Thanks so much for joining us here on this Wednesday, especially to those of you watching us on WHAS 11 Plus. I'm Brooke Hash. Mother Nature is not ready to let go of winter after dumping several more inches of snow across Kentucky today. While driving conditions have gotten a lot better since this morning's commute, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet said crews are still out this afternoon and having to work around flooded roadways. Governor Beshear today asking drivers to obey those barriers so you're not caught in a bad situation.
We are sold out of sleds. Bummer. We are sold out of snow shovels. We sold the last snow shovels yesterday afternoon, and we sold our last ice melt.
The Metro Snow Team has made progress on those roads. Many of them, all of them at this point, have been salted and treated. But again, allow yourself some extra time as you maneuver around those secondary roadways. Over in Bardstown, you just heard from the hardware store there, Patrons Home Center, that's feeling the effects of the snow. Manager Krista Foster said in just the past 3 days, her shop has filled about 2,200 gallons of propane for residents who use it for the heat. And now her shop has been left with empty shelves as people buy up all sorts of other gear to keep warm during the storm. Speaking of that, remember here in Louisville, there are 2 shelters operating under the white flag conditions. That's Wayside Christian Mission and the Salvation Army on Brook Street. You can see their addresses that again here in downtown Louisville. Those shelters are open to anyone at the moment needing to get out of the cold. Well, several places in Kentucky are still dealing with major flooding, and that includes Boston and Nelson County. Roads are closed due to the high waters, which is leading residents like Stanley Watts to take action.
The last couple of days, I'm like, well, if it gets me, it does, you know. You can't fool with Mother Nature. Just start grabbing stuff and throwing it on a wagon or a U-Haul or whatever you can get.
That's a look there at Shady Lane where Watts lives. Standing floodwater covering the road, rising to the base of those street signs. It hasn't made it inside yet, but he said he is preparing for the worst. Meanwhile, the county sheriff there said residents need to stay alert.
In my almost 30 years in Nelson County, this has probably been one of the worst. Just listen to what we tell you, stay off the roads.
The sheriff also urged drivers to turn around when you see standing water. Do not drive through it. Eastern Kentucky is cleaning up after all that severe flooding. You can see the mud and the debris left over in Pikeville, which Governor Beshear said is one of the hardest hit areas across the state. Days ago, parts of that city was underwater. State officials said 3 people in Pike County died in those floods and at least 10 bridges were wiped out. And take a look at these photos of our team that took photos over Lynn Family Stadium. That's North Campbell Street in the Butchertown and New Lou neighborhoods. You can see the high water signs up and those barricades, and we are looking at another day or 2 before water levels are expected to recede. Our Sky 11 drone over the Shawnee Golf Course on Louisville's west side. Superintendent Steve Carroll told us about 75% of the greens are covered by the Ohio River there, which will result in a lot of silt and mud on that course in the coming days.
Holes 3, 5, 4 is in the back, and part of 6 tees, which is completely underwater right now, as you can tell. This is my first major flood. I had other floods in the past 3 years I've been here, but this is the highest I've seen so far.
Carroll said cleanup is expected to take weeks once those floodwaters recede. MSD said it's repaired a pump that failed overnight. The Metro Sewer District said its Admiral Way pumping station gave out, causing floodwater to discharge into Penn Run Creek in South Louisville. MSD said their pumps are 75 years old and in need of constant supervision. That station is set to be replaced by 2030.